declare the regular meeting of Robbins County Commission, December the 20th, in order. Of course, I need to remind you about your cell phones, gang. Got them with you, look at them, mute them, or whatever you need to do. And also our public crowd too. We need to do the roll call. You guys know what to do and connect up. I'm showing 19 present, 6 absent, 20 present, 5 absent. Okay, we gained 1. I declare we do have a forum. I'm gonna say right quick, Bobby Capps did call me today. He had a knee replacement and he got on it too much over the weekend, said it swelled back up. So he just, we think about Bobby while he's going through that. I haven't talked to some of the others. Anyway, we do have a quorum. I'm going to do the invocation. I haven't done it since I've been mayor. And I'm going to do that tonight. If you'll stand with me, please. All that by the pledge to the flag, but I'll call Bobby Hogan to lead us on that. Will you please bow? Father, we stand before you tonight with our heads bowed, knowing that we're going to do what's best for this county. I want you to bless my county commissioners and all department heads and the people that's here tonight. And Lord, we got a lot of requests, and there's a lot of people hurting in Kentucky and around with the tornadoes. We ask you to be with them, Lord. Help them through Christmas. There's those that are sick. Lord, we ask you to be with them and get them strong enough, Lord, that they can enjoy their Christmas. I thank you for this group. I thank you for Robeson County. I'm biased, Lord. We got the best county in the state. That's just my opinion. But I want to thank for the blessings you give us, the air we breathe, and the friends we share, and the food we have during this holiday. And the holiday is because you gave us a son, Lord, that forgave us of our sins. And it was the hardest thing you did to watch him down that cross, but we know you did it for the love of us. And in God's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Before we stop, I want to mention that Don Eden did call me. Don is going through a very, very vigorous program with his chemo, and it's been tough on him. And he did ask me to tell y'all he wished every one of y'all would pray for him. Yeah, him and his family. Okay, Bobby, you got the floor.
I would remain standing. The mayor and his staff has asked the Springfield ROTC to come and present the colors. Before they come, I want to say a little bit about them, if you would let me do this. The Air Force Junior ROTC instructors and cadets of Springfield High School. They earn an overall unit assessment score that exceeds standards, the highest rating attainable during their evaluation on November the 15th. With the leadership of Master Sergeant retired, Chief Master Sergeant retired Robert D. Nation, and Major retired Dale M. Lightfoot, the Springfield High School cadet performed exceptionally well and took great pride in leading and accomplishing their unit goal. 2 cadets, Lieutenant Colonel Cody McManus and Captain Shannon Cassidy, both received top performers awards from the regional director for their leadership and community service. Let's let the colors come forward, if you would, at this time.
Color guard, hold. Left, face. Present colors.
Let's say the pledge to allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cadets, thank you.
Carry colors. Right face. Forward march.
I think while we're standing, gang, that they deserve a hand for their. Thank you, Commissioner Hogan. That's a hard act to follow. Okay, Commissioner, in your package, you have minutes from the previous meeting. If you read them, I'd take a motion to approve.
I make that motion.
A motion from Kevin Gray and a second by Commissioner Roberts. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Minutes are so filed. Okay, my communications, Bobby took some of my glory away. But, of course, I brought up Don Eden. With communications with Don, he's going to be out of pocket probably a couple months. He asked for me and all y'all to have his back. And I told him, don't even have to ask for that. That's going to happen.
Right.
But the audit committee just met and the auditors were there. And of course, we're 3 years without a finding. That's that's great. With our department heads and everybody. But, hey, that's a big deal. And that's all the communications I got, other than I can tell you Merry Christmas, but I'm going to wait. All right, we'll start in item 7 to be our reports. Starting with a highway report. Any questions or comments? Animal control, any questions or comments? Veteran Service Office, any questions or comments? Trustees report, any questions or comments? Planning committee reports, any questions or comments? Fire committee, any questions or comments? EMA, any questions or comments? Solid waste, any questions or comments? EMS, any questions or comments? And finally, finance, any questions or comments? I've been doing this 24 years now. I don't know why we just don't say anybody got any questions or comments. Anyway, I'll take a motion to approve the reports.
I move to accept an order file.
A motion needs a second. Second, Mr. Bowens. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Reports are filed. Thank you, Commissioners. Okay, the chair now recognizes Commissioner Faye Stubblefield for election appointments of our committees.
Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, and body tonight. I am coming in representing the nominating committee. We are placing these names in nomination for our committees that are due to change in December. Well, we have one December, then we have all the rest of these will be January committees. For the December appointments, and if it is in agreement with y'all, I'll just read them all off and we'll vote on them at one time. The December appointments is the airport board. They're 5-year terms. We have Edison Guthrie, who's representing the county, and Chris Simpkins, who is joint county and city. And then in January, the appointments for the animal control are Patsy Gregory, Dr. Dan Hitch, Stacy Moore, Stephanie Bradley, and Eric Roberts. Finance audit is Jeff DeLong, Michael Doris, Keith Hoover, Lanny Adcock, Irvin Brown, Don Eden, Brad Moreland, and George Hatcher. Finance investment, we have Billy Vogel, Kendra Shelton, Daryl Woodard, Bob Stroud, and Tommy Jackson. The budget committee, we have Keith Hoover, Faye Stubblefield, Bobby Counts, James Bowens, and Burton Glover. Safety committee is James Bowens, Bob Hogan, Teresa Levette, Jada McDade, Captain Wayne Shonick, and Chance Holmes. Construction Board of Appeals is Matt Burnett, Steve Powell, Tracy Barra, Jerry Reynolds, and Trey Fan. In agriculture is a 2-year term, Burton Glover, Tom Head, and Naomi Riggins. E911 board is a 4-year term, Gwen Martin and Chance Holmes. Board of Zoning and Appeals for its 5-year term is Bob Stroud. Workplace Commission, 4-year terms is Lanny Adcock, Faye Stubblefield, and Eric Roberts. Workhouse Board, 2-year terms is Darrell Woodard and Stacy Moore. Names in nomination. I have a second.
Okay, I got a motion. Of course, for Stubblefield, need a second. I got a second by Gray. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, on the Finance Committee, did you read Dennis Wade?
No, I didn't. I intentionally left his name
Okay,
On purpose.
on purpose.
I had it listed, I just
Yeah,
want to
no,
make sure.
I
Okay.
left.
Thank you, Commissioner Hogan. Anyone
Yeah.
else? If not, Madam Clerk, you may voice this or, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So move.
And then we do want to go back to the Finance Audit Committee, where I left Dennis Wade's name off. He has asked to come off the committee and starting in January. So I'd like to place Randy Wilson's name in nomination for this replacement.
Second.
Got a second. Any discussion? Question? Question being called. If you're for that nomination, vote aye. If you're not, vote no.
He's the one. Voice.
Oh, well, okay. I did say vote aye, didn't I? Listen, I got a concussion, gang. Y'all got to give me a break. Is it passed?
Yes.
All right, okay. Hey, I want to say that Dennis Wade, I appreciate your time on finance and your time on the budget. Yeah. Hey, y'all got some big shoes to fill there. Thank you, Dennis. Okay, moving on. Looks like we're going to go to our public hearing of zoning. I recognize Doug Van, our zoning director. At this time, the public is invited to have a say in these zoning issues. I ask you to state your name and your address, please.
First one tonight is Mr. Larry Richardson. He's requesting to rezone 5.407 acres from AG2 to RP80 on Owens Chapel Road, 8th voting district. By a vote of 8-0, the planning commission asked for your approval.
Anyone here to speak on that matter? Seeing none, okay, Mr. Doug.
The next one is Mr. H. Glenn Fry. He's requesting to rezone 2.20 acres from AG2 to RP80 on Horseshoe Road, 1st voting district. Again, by a vote of 8-0, the planning commission asked for your approval.
Is anyone here to speak on that zoning issue? Sir?
I'm just wanting to build a
Hey,
safe
you might ought to state your name and address and,
Ask him to come
hey,
right.
come to the microphone. I got some county commissioners that's long in hoof and short in tooth and hard to hear.
That's us.
Come right direct, sir. Okay. I'm H. Glenn Fry, and I'm wanting to build a single family house on the 2.20 acres, I believe it is. And 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, single family. And that's it.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Fry.
Okay, thank you.
We're all invited over for dinner,
All
right?
right. Hey, I'm closing the public hearing now. If there's no one else like to speak, and bring it back to the county commission. We'll vote on these separately. We'll go with Ag 2 to RPA. Larry Richardson. I need a motion.
So moved.
Got a motion by Kevin Gray. Got a second by Commissioner Bradley. Any discussion? Question being called. Vote on this issue. Okay, I got 19-4, 0 against. I declare that resolution passes. Now we'll go back to Ag 2 to RP8 again. Mr. Fry, voting District 1.
I so move.
I got a motion by Hoover and a second by Roberts. Any discussion?
Question.
Question being called. For this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 19-4, 0 against. I declare that resolution passes. Okay, thank you, Mr. Doug. The chair now recognizes Commissioner Hoover.
Mayor, Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. I have resolution number 122-021-139. I so move. If I can get a second, we'll discuss.
Got a second by Haley.
This resolution is to amend the zoning resolution of Robertson County, Tennessee by adding new definitions, new conditions for special exemptions, revise the permitted use chart, and amend provisions for zoning map amendments.
Okay, I got Commissioner Stroud, you'd like to speak?
Yes, sir. I've had several folks out our way that expressed concern about the setbacks. I think the planning commission did an excellent job putting this together. And I mean, it's very thorough. And setback is still a little bit in question. Our original was 1,000 feet, which was very excessive. I'm not sure 150 is really enough. I would like to see us amend that to 250 feet. I'd like to make that a motion.
Commissioner Stroud, could you tell me what page that's on? So everybody can maybe read that.
Yeah, it's under section 2. I guess it's on the second page of. Yeah, section C or section 2, C, and then setbacks. No portion of the energy system shall be located closer than 150 feet from adjoining property lines. I'd like to see us add dwellings in that.
You talking about houses too?
Yes, dwellings, yes, sir.
We're talking about solar energy systems right now. Right now, what I'm understanding, Commissioner Stroud, you want to do a amending to section 2, item C, item 2, setbacks on the energy system being located close to 150 feet from adjoining property lines. Is that your amendment? To go to what?
250 feet.
250 feet?
Repeat what you just said. Section 2, bring it to
Section 2, well, it's section 2.
Page 85.
Yeah, C, and then it's item 2.
setbacks 250 feet, and what else do you want?
He said something about houses too, but this is just for, this section here is just for solar systems.
Yeah, I'm just saying, not for personal homeowners that have solar systems, but I'm saying that like the setbacks from the property lines and dwellings.
From the dwellings on the property.
Yes.
Okay, that's more clear. Okay.
So is that the motion?
Well, I want to define dwellings. Talking about barns and everything or just homes?
Homes.
Residential homes?
Residences.
Okay, residential homes. Okay. Does everybody understand
Does
what?
this constitute the farmer's house and the neighbor's house, or is it just the neighbor house?
I think just the home that's on the residential home that's on that property.
Wouldn't the property line in itself, wouldn't that cover both? Because of that property's, I mean, that property line should cover anything on the other side of the property. It's not, I mean, is that not, so is it 150 feet from the dwellings or 150 feet from the dwelling's property line?
Well, he's wanting 250, he's wanting 250 from property line and the residential house that is on that parcel.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
Residential house, I think it's somewhere on the farm. Doesn't have.
There's one on each side of that property line.
Yeah, well, here's what I'm saying.
We've already got something that regulates that.
I guess, let me try to make it a little clearer maybe. So if your home, if you're the landowner and you have your farm leased for solar panels, it may not bother you that they're within 150 feet or 30 feet or whatever. But Jeff has the farm next to you and he may not want that 250 feet of him. So I'm trying to protect the adjacent landowners, I guess. Does that make sense?
I understand where you're coming from, but to me, if the fence is here and they move it 250 feet to have a solar panel, and that protects Jeff over here. Yeah.
Because his house isn't on the line.
Yeah.
It'd be closer the other way.
And then if there's a resident on this parcel, the house, they got to be 250 feet away from that house.
Well, see, the way this is written now, 150 feet
Yeah,
from adjoining property lines that are not part of the site. If you were the landowner, you'd be part of the site. So, I mean, it's almost kind of excludes that. Maybe we just need to say 250 feet.
yeah. There's not gonna be a house within 50 foot of most property lines anyway. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I hope the county commission understands it.
All right, so my motion, kind of edit that a little bit. Let's change the setback to read, like it reads now, no portion of the solar energy system shall be located closer than 250 feet from adjoining property lines that are not part of the site.
Yeah,
That's my motion.
I understand his motion. Does anybody not understand it?
Point of order, we have a second on the floor of the original motion. There has to be amendment to that.
Yeah, he's doing amendment. He did.
He has to change his mind over here on this.
Bob's fixing to do an amendment to the motion.
To
Amended
the
the-
original motion that he made? Yeah. Okay.
I made the original motion
Yeah.
for this packet here. I made the original motion.
He's making-
So he's amending my motion.
Okay.
We'll vote on the amendment and then we'll go back.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I'm gonna need him.
I would like to, I serve on the planning and zoning committee, and I think I would like to represent what they were going after. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but our landfills, are they 100 feet? 100 feet? So we're going to go more than double that, 250 feet for a solar farm. I think 150 is fair. I'm fine with 250. That's what y'all want to do. I don't care if there's a solar farm in Robertson County, but it's hard for me to tell a landowner what he can and can't do with his farm, and that's what we're doing. We're really restricting them. I mean, it's going to really shrink down what they can do, so.
Well, I think 150 feet is plenty. I'm not sure that's not an overkill.
Well, it kind of was, because we originally set out at one point at 100. We thought, well, 150 will be more than fair. It's 50 more than a landfill, so that's kind of the way we were looking at it.
Okay, I got a motion amendment at 250. I need a second. I got a second, Commissioner Harris. Any more?
Mr. Chairman, I had my button pushed for that particular reason, but it's been discussed here, and I take that button off. To speak.
Okay,
It's gone.
now, you understand what we're voting on? We got an amending the motion to move it from 150 to 250. I got a second. More discussion.
Question.
Question being called. If you're for amending the motion that Commissioner Hoover,
Oh, wait a minute. Commissioner Hoover?
you're voting for the 250 version.
No, Mr. Stroud.
Mr. Stroud. Yeah. Excuse me, Stroud. Or if you're for the amending it to 250, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Okay, I got 14 noes and 5 yeses. We go back to the original motion. At 150 feet. Now, I got a motion by Hoover. Is that right, Commissioner Hoover?
Yes, sir.
Now I need a second.
I just got one question.
Okay,
Keith, or Commissioner Hoover, on section 2 again, part C.
Yes.
Down at number 12, decommissioning plan.
Yes.
So we don't set a timeline for when they've got to have the property cleaned up. Well, I know we're gonna hold a bond against them,
Correct.
but at what time do we decide to use that bond? How long would we give them to clean up?
I'm going to let Doug Van answer that.
Is that a fair
Or
question?
Bob, either one. Yes, that is a fair question, and thank you for bringing it up.
That's when the company that has those that array in place decides that that technology is obsolete or it needs to be moved in a different direction, then that's when our bond kicks in to decommission. It's there, we're just protecting the county from them just walking away.
Right, and I agree with us doing this. My fear is we could get in trouble if we gave somebody longer than we did someone else.
Yeah. Well, it's saying decommissioning of solar panels must occur in the event they are not used for 12 consecutive months.
Exactly.
So at the point they haven't been used in a
So
year,
give them
they're
a year.
automatically decommissioned. And if they don't get them out, then we'll use the cash the
So
bond in.
that's what I was getting ready to ask next. So on the 13th month, we could do this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, you can turn it over to the county attorney. All right, my board here says a motion by Hoover, a second by Haley, and then Bobby Hogan wants to speak.
No, again.
Now, he's calling for question for the original.
Take it off.
No, I don't have a speak button.
Okay, Commissioner,
He says you don't have a speak
I
button.
don't have a
you don't?
I don't have a button
That was on.
to talk. Anyway, I have a question.
You got him.
We are talking about solar farms in Robertson County. So what's going to happen to solid waste? Where are these boards going when they fail, when they are out and they need to be replaced?
My understanding, there's not a landfill in the country that'll take a solar panel right now.
What are we going to do with them?
Well,
We're going to pass all this and we're going to leave it for our grandchildren to figure it out?
if we don't pass this, they can put them 50 feet off the road.
Yep.
All we're trying to do is,
So I don't want a landfill next to me. I'm hearing out in the community, and they sure don't want solar panels laying in the ditch.
I'm with you, absolutely.
But we're gonna go ahead and approve this.
Well, if we don't, they can put them 25 feet on the property line and put them on the property line because we don't have any regulations for them. So at least this is a start. We can modify it as needed.
Hey, what he said.
So we need to talk about the whole ball game,
Doug Van.
not just a piece.
We have experts here from Invenergy that could speak on what could be used for the solar panels that have been decommissioned, if you'd like to hear from them.
All right, I got a motion to,
Second.
who are they, Doug? Give me a name.
Well, Julia Kimberly and Laurel Downey from
All right, I
Invenergy.
got a motion to let Miss Kimberly and them come forward and be part of the county commission.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, I got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
No.
I think the ayes have it, young ladies.
I'm just trying to make it fun for the rest of my time.
Good evening, Mayor, Commission. My name is Julia Kimberly and I work for Invenergy. We are a solar company based out of Chicago. And we have a project that was in development. And we've worked closely with Mr. Van and other folks on the Planning Commission to work through this ordinance. To answer the question about what happens for the disposal of the solar modules, we would expect a lot of things to change in the next 35 to 40 years, but the solar panels are able to be disposed of at the same facilities that you dispose of other waste. They are not hazardous. They do not contain, hazardous chemicals that would mean they need to be handled in a special manner. We would hope that they could be handled in a way that would recycle some of the important elements inside of them. And as was discussed, the decommissioning bond that is in place is protection for the county so that those facilities, there's basically financial assurance that those facilities will be decommissioned from the property. And I'll just add on to that, the majority of the panels.
Wait a minute, let her come around.
Come on around here.
Are y'all the same company that's going at Exit 8 in Clarksville, Montgomery County?
No. Nope. This is my colleague Laurel Downing.
And I was just going to add on to what Julia said, is that the majority of the panels are recyclable. So they're made of primarily glass and aluminum and steel. So it's all primarily recyclable materials.
There's nothing hazardous about those.
No.
Not even the chemical inside.
No.
It's not a chemical is a hard definition to use, but it's not a hazardous material that's going to ooze out of these panels. It's like a glass when you break it.
But y'all don't have a place yourself that recycles them?
We do not own or, you have a facility ourselves to recycle those, but there are companies out there that do.
But y'all have never thought about that though?
Oh, no, certainly we have, and we would like to recycle them as much as possible. We're not doing a lot of recycling these days because they haven't gotten to the end of their useful life.
Which is about how long?
Depends on the materials, and it's growing actually about 35 to 40 years.
So depending on the materials you said, so there's different panels, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, just technology improving. There are slight differences in the different types of metals that are used to actually absorb the sunlight and create electrons. Primarily, a facility is built of the racking system, which is, steel that we would use to drive piles into the ground, and then the racking system that's kind of like a picture frame, and then the modules themselves, which have glass on the outside, and then have the materials that are different types of metals that are actually absorbing the energy from the sun.
Thank you.
So there's a paragraph here that says about decommissioning. Are you telling the county commission that that paragraph would cover the disposal of those panels?
It is our job as the, owner of the facility or whomever owns the facility to decommission that plant. And there may be additional things that are agreed to directly with the landowners. But as far as the county is concerned, that paragraph says that we are responsible to decommission the facility within 12 months after its operational life, if it hasn't been producing. And if for some reason we don't, then that bond can be called on to do that work.
Good.
Do you think this will cover what we're trying to do?
Absolutely. 125% is more than we see, just for the record, in many places. We hold 100%, and we hold it 10 years before decommissioning. We don't often hold it this early.
Okay, any more questions?
What'd you say the name of the company was? I'm sorry.
Invenergy, INVENERGY.
Chicago, right?
I just want to know how fragile are the panels themselves, the glass? We have bad storms right through here.
Certainly.
And so are they easy to be destroyed?
No, they're similar to it's a tempered glass like you'd see in a windshield. So if something were to break the surface of it, it still doesn't crumble like that. So they can withstand not all hailstorms. I'm not going to say that. Mother Nature, you never know what's going to happen. But certainly they're designed with those types of weather events in mind.
They're anchored pretty good, so if a tornado comes through, they're not going to go flying through somebody's house.
Correct. Yes,
And although there's standard equipment, most of this equipment has, modifications that can be made one way or another. And so every one of these sites is designed based on the specific climate that we see. So the maximum wind speeds that are seen, the maximum hailstorms that are seen, and there's guidance that is created at a national and an international level for building codes and for, electrical or civil structures that we follow.
I assumed you had engineered that.
Yeah,
just wanted to.
Of course.
Commissioner Harris.
All right, two things. You bonded 125%, okay? So you're predicting inflation over 50 years.
We're not predicting it. We are.
That's our number.
We are compiling.
All right, second thing, you said normal weather conditions. Now you're predicting what God's gonna do?
No, sir. We are following.
I don't get it. I mean, none of this makes sense to me.
Is there a question?
Is there a question there?
I asked them if they were predicting what God's gonna do, if he's gonna keep them tearing them up.
You know if homeowners insurance will cover those panels?
How long insurance will cover?
No, if insurance would cover the homeowners, if individuals got solar panels.
to be insured.
Yeah, if they're insured, it'll.
So we as a company will hold insurance for the facility because that's in our best interest. We're selling the power, and if we default on that, then we're in a tough spot.
Okay.
But I don't know, I don't think that has to do with homeowners.
Unless it flies over the boundaries and hits my house.
That's
Then it's my homeowner.
She said they're not gonna fly away.
Okay, something a car or a
They can
tree or
have
anything
more.
else. Let's not get caught in the weeds here, y'all.
Question,
We know.
Question.
All right, I've got a question called for. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no.
Wow.
Commissioner Harris, did you vote correct?
Yeah, I voted for it. Because
I got 19 for and 0 against. I declare resolution passed.
if we didn't pass that, they could put them wherever they wanted.
That's good job. Okay. All right, let's move on to our regular resolutions. Chair recognizes Commissioner Hoover. He's going to present 1 through 6.
Mayor, Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I have resolution number 122-21140. I so move. I can get a second. We'll discuss.
Okay, I got a second by,
Push the button.
Then pop up there.
everybody's button's broke.
I second the motion.
Got a second by Hogan.
Got a second.
Sure wish to
Great move.
go up or Madam Clerk, there you go. Thank you. Okay,
This is a law enforcement grant, Tennessee Highway Safety Office, in and out.
question being called. You're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 19 for and 0 against. I declare resolution passes. Commissioner Hoover.
Resolution number 122-021-141. I so move. If I can get a second, we'll discuss.
Second.
Got a second by Commissioner Gray.
This is drug control payments that came in and some capital outlay there, funds going out. 10,500 amendment.
Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. Against it, vote no. Got 19 for, 0 against. I declare resolution passes. My agenda calls to maybe suspend the rules. Do this tonight. I need a motion to suspend the rules. And got a motion by Roberts,
Second.
second by Haley. All in favor, say aye. You want to oppose that? So moved. Okay, Commissioner Hoover.
Are we voting on the same resolution again?
Yeah.
Resolution number 122-021-141. I so move. Can we get a second? We can vote.
Second.
Got a second by Haley.
Question.
Question being called. If you're for the resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. 19 for, 0 against. That resolution passes. Commissioner Hoover.
Resolution number 122-021-142. I so move. Can get a second. We'll discuss.
Second.
Got a second by Wade.
This is this will be a 2 reading that we'll have next month as well. This is $64,569 for the first time. Local partners are going to require an election primary on May the 3rd, 2022, for our local county August 22 election.
I have one question, Mayor.
Just-
So,
Yeah.
Commissioner, we're gonna build this into the budget going forward, correct?
Well, we'll have to,
Okay.
because this is going to be a reoccurring.
We just didn't realize that's why we're having the business.
No, I think that just changed very recently within the last couple of months.
Okay.
We knew we've heard talk of it, but we didn't know it was going to happen.
Okay.
I have a question. So
Okay.
we don't fund it.
Great question.
Who pays for that? Who wants it?
Great question. It's a waste of
So
taxpayer
we don't
money.
want it, and it's a waste of taxpayer funding. Why do we have to fund something that no one that I've spoken to wants? And we provide the funding for it?
Commissioner Moore.
I had also heard, I don't know how accurate it is, that the election committee could have exempt us and only kept it with the district attorneys. Is that a true statement?
What was the question?
Her question was,
About about having.
election committee could have just left it to certain parties
Right.
instead of including everybody. I'm not probably the right one to answer that.
I know it went through the school board,
Barry in the back.
and they're now having to be a part of it.
But
They were not
who's funding
eventually.
theirs?
The Republican Party is funding this, they were asked for it.
This will cover the school board as well, because
If we don't fund it, they don't have to do that.
Do what?
If we don't fund it, and
I think you'll find you'll find federal laws that says if the Republican Party demands a election, a primary, then we
motion
have
to
to
table
fund it.
this till we get some more information from the election commission about who, what.
Ask Josh.
Ask who?
Nobody. Forget it.
Oh.
Be trying to be funny again.
That one was good.
Mr. Chairman, before you handle that motion, there's some other discussion. I know,
There's a lot of
you call for a table.
You made the motion.
I know it,
Hogan,
but we ain't got a second on that yet.
and you got a second.
And he hadn't recognized the motion either.
Who had it?
You have you?
Well, we got a motion on the table to table it. Huh?
Keith's
You need to speak
motion,
up.
Keith's motion is the only thing on the table as far as I've heard.
That's right.
She's indicated that she is asking, do we have to fund it? I've not.
Made a motion to table, she made a motion to table it.
Okay, to table it?
Yes, sir.
But does it have to have a second to table?
Yes, it does.
Want to make sure.
Mr. Roberts?
I second it.
Thank you.
More discussion.
No discussion on that.
I got
Not on tabling. I knew there was something it's
a motion and a second.
Question.
question.
Question being called. Before the tabling this resolution, vote aye. If against it, vote no.
Oh, what the heck.
I'm rolling.
I'm rolling.
I got 17 yeses and 2 noes. I declare the resolution tabled.
I think it's,
The court will ask Kathy Hampley to be here and discuss this with everybody.
I thought we asked her that question in the budget committee. And I think she told us she takes her directions from the Democratic Party and the Republican chairs of those two committees, and we had to fund it.
It only takes one party though to call the vote. So we'll have to get clarification on what if we don't fund it.
She told us, so.
Mr. Chairman, my concern is that Kathy has some time limit she's got to meet.
She is very.
And that's that's the only reason I voted against it. I would vote to table it, but I think we got some issues there that federal laws will.
This was going to be a 2 reading, so it's going to be next month anyway. We may have to suspend the rules next month.
One of the things I've learned about being a county commissioner, you're not in control of very much.
So what concerns you?
Hey, all right, gang, let's bring it back in. Let's bring it in.
I don't care anymore.
Now, understand us tabling this next month, we'll have to suspend the rules, okay?
Once we get some further information, right?
If yeah. We're struggling there. Okay. Commissioner Hoover.
Resolution number 122-021-143. I so move and get a second. We'll discuss.
Second.
This is going to have new license plates start next year. This is virtually 20,000 going in, 20,000 going out.
Question being called. If you pull that resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no.
You got enough.
We got it.
Reboot.
We just want to move faster, huh? Too fast.
19-4, 0 against. I declare resolution passes. In Madam Clerk's favor, we're not pushing our speaker buttons or the second buttons. She's having to.
They're not on
They're
there.
not on there.
They have to be on there first.
All right.
If they were, I wouldn't be hitting.
Resolution number 122-021-144. I so move and get a second. I'll discuss.
Got a second by Haley.
Hey, we got it.
This is to fund the jail plumbing project. We've had this up for bid twice and still one bidder, so we've got to go.
Question being called. For that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Commissioner Gregory? Vote.
Your vote, Patsy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
My fault.
At 19-4-0 against, I declare that resolution passes. Commissioner Hoover?
Resolution number 122-021-145, I so move. Get a second, we'll discuss.
All right, I got a second by Commissioner Roberts.
So we're going to be, we've got some money left over from the election rooms that we're doing, and we're going to move that funds, $47,110 into the Clock House Tower project.
Question.
Let the chairman make a statement here. Building Grounds has worked on that clock, and right now it is working. Yeah, I mean, it's been working all week or all weekend. It didn't mess up. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this money, it's already, y'all are fixing to do it. We're gonna put it back in case that thing goes haywire again. But,
As long as it's running, we're going to leave it like it
as long as
is.
it's running, I don't see us spending that money till it.
When it goes haywire again, we're going to spend it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, if you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. At 19-4-0 against, the resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioner Hoover. Now the chair recognizes Commissioner Gregory. Coming from Animal Control.
Mayor Vogel, County Clerk, fellow commissioners, and honored guests. I do have resolution 122-021146. It comes from Animal Control, and it is a resolution to surplus a 2006 Chevrolet vehicle. I so move.
Got a second by Haley. Any discussion?
Question.
Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. For what it's worth, the motor's locked up. Got 19-4-0 against, I declare the resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioner Gregory. The chair now recognizes Commissioner Faye Stubblefield, representing delinquent tax sales.
I present to you resolution number 122-021-147. Make a motion. If we can get a second, we'll talk about it.
Okay. I got a second by Roberts. It's working now.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
This is to sell a piece of delinquent property that actually is in the city of Springfield. City of Springfield approved this sale, and I'm bringing it to you now. It's 1590 John L. Patterson in Springfield. The purchase price of $25,000 is covers all the taxes, Springfield and Robertson's, with a little extra added on there, so I don't see a problem with it. It's up to you.
Okay. Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. I got 19-4-0 against. I declare the resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioner Stubblefield, and thanks to the work of the Delinquent Tax Committee. I signed a deed today that she'll be back next month. We're getting this property back on the map, gang. All right. The chair now recognizes Commissioner Bill Moore, Chairman of the Education Committee.
Mr. Mayor, Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I bring to you resolution number 122-02-1148. Have a second we can discuss?
Got a second by Commissioner Haley. Any discussion? Did someone call question?
Yes.
Okay, question being called. If you're for that resolution, vote yes. If you're against it, vote no. Got 19-4-0 against, that resolution passes. Thank you, Commissioner Moore. Chair recognizes Commissioner Hoover again.
Mayor, Madam Clerk, fellow commissioners, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. I've got resolution number 122-021-149. I so move. We'll get a second. We'll discuss.
Second, Commissioner Hogan.
This resolution is to approve the Human Relations Consulting Contract. We put that in our budget, our 2021 budget, and we're just now getting this ball rolling. So it should be ready to go by January 1.
Question.
Question being called. If you're for this resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. 19 for and 0 against. I declare the resolution passes, and the chair appreciates it a whole lot. Thank you. All right. Commissioner Hoover. One more time here.
You got me one more time?
Yeah. Second reading on capital project fund.
That's right. Resolution number 111-521-126. I so move and get a second. We'll discuss.
Got a second, Commissioner Jackson.
This was the additional funds we were setting aside for the animal control building project, which supposedly is going out to bid after the first of the year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Very good.
Very good.
We're gonna do it.
Question being called for this resolution, vote yes. If against it, vote no. Nineteen for, 0 against. I declare that resolution passes. Thank you, County Commissioners, and thank you, Commissioner Hoover.
Sir.
Is there any old business to bring before the commission? Any new business? Okay, election of notaries. Chair recognizes Commissioner Bowens. Second, Kim.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Wait a minute, Kim. We ain't voted yet, Kim. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Now, before I get that, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Think about those that are sick, we brought up tonight, and those that have been destroyed with tornadoes and things, and have a safe holiday. Spend some time with your family. Especially before you leave, Lynn wants to see you back there. With that,
I've got one thing, Mayor.
yeah.
Your house Christmas Day. We're having business in great day.
I'm sorry, Mayor, I can't hear what's being said.
Everybody be quiet, we can hear you.
Conflict turned into the state before the end of January. We would remind everybody,
January and February.
February this time.
Typically we do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm, stand corrected. I thought we had it by the end of January.
Yeah, and the petitions y'all guys gonna pick up has been put off to the redistricting papers and notified the voters where they'll be voting at. Kathy's working on that, and I think that's all I got. Now I'll entertain a motion, Kevin.
I make a motion.
All right, wait a minute, what's going on now?
I gotta make a motion. Someone needs to make a motion that we move our January and February meetings to the fourth Monday.
That's what
Okay, I got a motion by Roberts, second by Bradley. That's because of the holidays again. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? So move. Now, Kevin,
I make a motion that we adjourn again.
maybe this one will stick.
Okay.